So, less than 48 hours, we got to be at the racetrack. It is Tuesday night. Kaidyn stuck this motor in. We waited on head gaskets all week, or all weekend. So he sucked his head in, stuck the motor in, had it all ready to rock and roll. Head gaskets come today. That bolt right there stripped. I said no problem. I went and got the big cert kit to fix the mess up for the mess up. It made it to 83 foot-pounds, and then it stripped again. So, told Nigel, I said, man, I'm about freaking tired of this thing. I'm tired of it. I'm beyond tired of it. Because, you know, when I tore this thing apart, I tore it apart because of rockers. So I done fixed all these. I done time turned all in. The reason I tore it apart because it pulled the rockers out of those two right there. So the gasket was, as far as it started trying to push on this thing, so I waited on a new gasket for it. But all of them, when I took them loose, they were torqued. They were good. Went to torque it, and that one right there wouldn't torque for nothing. So aggravated, said the heck with it. I know Kaidyn can make passes, so Kaidyn pulls the motor back out of it. So we got to take everything off that motor, put it on this motor. So this old iron block right here, we went 480s in back in like, I think it was about 2018. Had that Nigel's car. Used to race the crap out of it with a good motor. It's a Gen 3 block, so I gotta get different head studs. But that was a good motor. So the iron blocks, you don't have to worry about pulling head stud bolts. So that's the biggest problem with aluminum. It's light, but them head bolts, they can let go at any time. Them studs right there, about $900 from the head studs. 860, 900, somewhere around that. CA 625s, they're expensive. I think if I had stock head bolts, they don't pull as much, but it's just different. It's just weird. It's junk. It's aggravating. I spent a lot of time and cleaning this motor up, making it a nice little motor, and now we're still having freaking problems out of it. So to make race night, we're letting Kaidyn race tomorrow, or we're letting Kaidyn race Thursday. So I got to go through and pull this motor out, put it on the engine stand, take everything out of that motor, put it in here. This has already been bored 380. It's already had main studs in it and all that. So I got to change all the bearings over, the crank over, the rod pistons, head gas, got a couple O-rings. So we got a lot to do. So I was at home just a minute ago. I decided, you know what, I got to come back to work if we're going to make our deadline. So I got to get this thing tore down, put it into there, back in the car so Kaidyn can get it all together tomorrow. So y'all ride with me. I hate moving these iron blocks. These things right here, they're 110 pounds heavier than the aluminum counterpart. But Kaidyn's 70 pounds less than me. And then we have this weight here, that weight there, and that weight there. So I think this is about 60 pounds, if I'm not mistaken, for those. So really, by the time we pull 60 pounds off of it, we had 110 pounds on it. Kaidyn's 50 pounds, or Kaidyn's 70 pounds lighter than me. I come in at 29, 75-ish, 76-ish on a regular night. So this should put Kaidyn right where he needs to be at weight-wise. So I'm excited. Let's get this thing going. I know it don't look like a lot. We just got the rear main seal, the oil pan, and the front cover off. The balancer's usually a big pain in the butt. We're rocking and rolling. We're getting this thing done. I don't think I've been on it for about 10 minutes. So it's even pretty good for me. So gonna get this thing, that little thing right there is knocking it out. I'm just piling my parts up over there in the corner. Alright. Heads are off. Everything looked good other than that one stupid bolt. But it is what it is. Let's get the timing chain out of it. Let's knock the rods loose, get the pistons out, get the crank out of it. Throw that thing away. Get on the other motor. Alright, everything's tore down. I'm gonna give that block to a guy. I gotta pull the valley cover off and a couple studs right there on the side and 2 dowels for the head bolts. Everything tore apart. Gotta get some brake cleaner tomorrow so I can clean everything up. Start putting it back together. That's why we're not worried about it being on the floor and being all dirty. We're gonna go out there and brake clean everything. Wash it up real good. Wash out all the journals on that. Wash all this stuff up, re-lubricate stuff, put it back together as we go. But there she is. Look at Kaidyn down here. I've been here all night working. Look at him. It ain't 9 o'clock in the morning. He's already on it. Man, that camera's dirty. Wipe it. Hold on a minute. Look at him down here working. So, waiting on Advance to bring us some cleaner. We just put this thing together last night. We didn't have no brake cleaner to wash everything. So I'm starting to set everything up here on the table. Once the brake cleaner comes, I'll take each individual piston, I'll wash it down, I'll set it up here on the cardboard. I'll wash the crank out. We're gonna go ahead and clean the main bearings up, put them in it, start putting this thing together. We got about 24 hours. Well, we ain't got 24 hours. It's tomorrow afternoon, so we got a little more than 24 hours. I don't know. We still good, so let's get on it. Good thing, Kaidyn.
We're trying to get it together.
Trying to get it together. Got the crank in this bad boy. I hate iron blocks. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a long time. It's probably the best motor I've had in a long time. But I've always talked junk about these things, and here I am being a trader over here. Going to them. But look at that crank. We done torqued all the mains. That thing turns good right there. It feels real, real good. I think we're gonna have us something good. What you think? You ready?
Yep.
Like Kaidyn getting the perimeter bolts torqued. Double pop the slugs in it, the rod and pistons. And then we're waiting on Jesse to bring us the head studs for the Gen 3 block, because it's different. And then we'll be ready to get the thing set in later. There it is. So we're working on getting everything done. Everything looks good. Turns over good. We're ready to rock and roll. We put our oil pump on it. Put our oil pan on. What you think, Kaidyn?
Yeah.
Getting there? There we go. So let's go ahead and get our oil pump on here. What you think, bro? Looks like we got our grooves cut. Let's cut the camera off. So we got the grooves cut right here on all the cylinders for this side, or these four. We gotta do that side real quick.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Should be pretty good.
You think you can build one of these motors by yourself?
Well, how many times I took it apart, I believe I could.
Think so? Huh?
Yeah.
Think you can do it by yourself?
Yeah, I could.
He can't stand it with my hands dirty if I touch his hair.
So they feel greasy afterwards.
God, it makes me mad, but what do you think about it? This is really like the first one that you've built though yourself, pretty much, for the most part.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard to build a 1500 horsepower motor. Ain't that hard. You can do it in the dirty gravel, dirt driveway. It don't matter. It's just some tips that you need to know, huh? You need a good supervisor to tell you what you need to do, don't you?
Yeah. I said I've torn them apart.
You learn more and more each time, though, don't you?
And now I'm building them.
Well, not like too bad. Kaidyn just going through tightening up the 2 oil pan bolts. I got to tighten the rear cover up. Flash plate on. It's ready to go in. Been a long day for Kaidyn. We got to put one more nut on here because that thing's rounded, so we got to stick another one on there. I dropped it just a second ago and don't know where it went. We got to put the alternator on it and put the diaper and the belly pan underneath it, but we're going to go ahead and fire it up and clean the tools off of it. We're just going to get it running for right this second. See how it runs, see how the oil pressure looks and all. Warm it up. Go from there. So y'all hold on and ride with us.